She did not choose him because he was better. She chose him because he was whole. And you, the one who showed up, the one who was kind, the one who was consistent, the one who did everything you were told a good man does, are standing there, genuinely confused. How did she choose him? The one who made no promises, the one who offered no guarantees, the one who by every rational measure was the worse option. I'm going to tell you something today that nobody in the relationship space has ever had the honesty to say. She did not choose him despite his darkness. She chose him because of what he did with it, and what he did is something most people spend their entire lives running from. He looked at every dark corner of who he was, every uncomfortable truth, every socially unacceptable impulse, every part of himself that the world told him to hide, deny, apologize for. And he said, "Yes, this is also me, and I am not available for your judgment of it." Carl Jung called this shadow integration. You just experienced it from the losing side. Stay with me, because once you understand what actually happened, you will never be on that side again. Why do girls love bad boys? Not the abusive ones, and not the criminals, the ones who smoke, who talk back, who don't text back for 3 days, who seem to have an invisible magnet pulling women toward them, while the nice guys sit alone wondering what they did wrong. The standard answer is garbage. He's confident. No, plenty of nice guys are confident. He's mysterious. No, mystery fades. He's exciting. No, excitement is just novelty. It's not that the bad boy is good. It's that he has already accepted he is bad. He has seen the dark side of himself, the selfishness, the ambition, the impulse to take what he wants without asking permission, and instead of hiding it, apologizing for it, or performing a fake version of goodness, he wears it like a badge of honor. And that unapologetic ownership of the full self is more attractive than any performance of virtue could ever be. Let's talk about the good boy, because the good boy is not the problem. The performance is. The good boy is not actually good. He is performing goodness. And there is a difference so profound, so psychologically significant, that it changes everything about how he is experienced by the people around him. He has the same darkness as the bad boy, the same shadow, the same uncomfortable impulses, the same parts that did not make the approved list. But he was told very early, by family, by culture, by every system designed to make people manageable, that those parts must be hidden. So he hides them, and hiding creates a gap between who he actually is and who he is performing being. And that gap is felt, not consciously, not in a way the woman across from him could articulate, but viscerally, en bidou, in the body. Before the mind has time to form an opinion, she feels, without being able to name it, that she is not getting the whole person. She is getting the edited version, the approved version, the version that has been carefully made safe for public consumption. And something ancient in her, something that predates every social rule about what kind of man she should want, does not trust the edited version, because the edited version is trying too hard, and trying too hard always signals there is something being hidden. Machiavelli understood this. He wrote that people are far more threatened by what they cannot see than by what they can. The good boy's hidden darkness is more threatening than the bad boy's visible one, because visible darkness can be assessed, can be understood, can be decided about. Hidden darkness cannot, and we do not trust what we cannot see. Now let's talk about what the bad boy actually did, because most people get this completely wrong. They think the bad boy won because he did not care. That is not what happened. He won because he completed the most difficult psychological task a human being can undertake. He met himself fully, without flinching, without the performance of being better than he is, without the apology that signals, "I know parts of me are not acceptable. Please do not look at them." He looked at every dark corner, sat with what he found there, and made a decision. This is also me, not with pride in the darkness itself, but with the complete, unhurried, unapologetic acknowledgement that the darkness exists, that it is part of the whole, and that the whole is not available for external editing. Jung spent 40 years trying to explain why unintegrated shadow governs our attraction. You just explained it in one insight. The bad boy is not attractive because he is bad. He is attractive because he is not pretending to be only good. And a person who is not pretending is the rarest and most disarming, most trustworthy thing a nervous system can encounter. Because the question every person asks when they meet someone new, can I trust what I am seeing with the bad boy? Paradoxically, and the answer is yes. What you see is what there is. No gap, no hidden version, no performance that will eventually crack under pressure and reveal something she was never prepared for. Tell me in the comments, do you think the good boy can become whole without becoming bad? Or do you think the performance of goodness is so deeply built in that dismantling, it requires becoming someone entirely different? I want the honest answer, not the comfortable one. Here is the thing most people never say about this dynamic. The good boy and the bad boy have the same shadow, identical, the same anger, the same selfishness, the same capacity for darkness, the same uncomfortable truths about what they want and what they are capable of. The difference is not in the shadow itself. The difference is in the relationship each of them has with their own shadow. The good boy, taught by every system that his darkness makes him unacceptable, pushes, fade down, and pushed down darkness does not disappear, it pressure builds, it leaks in disproportionate reactions, in the resentment that accumulates beneath the performance of patience, in the eventual collapse of the edited version, when the pressure of maintaining it becomes unsustainable, and when it collapses, and it always collapses, the woman who trusted the edited version experiences something more destabilizing than anything the bad boy ever showed her. She experiences the gap, the distance between who she thought she was with and who was actually there. The bad boy never created that gap, because he never created a version of himself that was different from what was actually there. What she saw from the beginning was what existed, and when you know from the beginning what you are, dealing with, you can decide, but when the gap appears later, after trust has been built on a version that was not entirely real, the betrayal is not of the darkness itself. It is of the performance that hid it. What you see is the whole person, and the whole person, even an uncomfortable whole person, is always more trustworthy than the half person being carefully presented. Now here is where most videos on this topic get it completely wrong. They tell the good boy and be more like the bad boy and be less available, be more mysterious, pretend you care less. That advice is just a different performance, and she will feel that too. The lesson is not be bad, the lesson is be whole. There is a version of you that is not the performance of goodness and not the performance of badness, but the honest, complete, unapologetic acknowledgement of everything you actually are. The ambition you were told was arrogance. Own it. The anger you were told was dangerous. Know it. Understand it. Stop pretending it is not there. The desire you were told was too much. Claim it. The parts of you that did not make the approved list, they did not go anywhere. They went into your shadow, and they are running your relationships from underground, invisible to you, but felt by everyone you are trying to be close to. Write down 3 parts of yourself that you have been hiding, editing, apologizing for, not to become them recklessly, but to stop pretending they are not there, because the parts you deny are the parts that are running you. So how do you actually do this? How do you move from the performed version to the whole one without becoming someone you do not recognize? Step 1. Stop apologizing for things that are true about you. Every apology for a preference, an opinion, a boundary, and a desire is a signal. I know this part of me is not acceptable. Please tell me it is okay. And that signal that received over and over by the people around you produces not reassurance, but the quiet, growing, uncomfortable sense that you do not trust yourself, and people who do not trust themselves are very hard to trust. Step 2. Stop editing your reactions in real time. The good boy is constantly monitoring how his reactions are landing, constantly adjusting, constantly softening, constantly making himself easier to be around, at the cost of being genuinely present. Stop. Have the reaction, feel the thing, be the person you actually are. In the moment you actually are it, not recklessly, not without consideration, but without the performance of having no reaction at all. Step 3. Say the uncomfortable thing, The bad boy says what is true for him without first running it through the filter of what you want to hear. Not to be cruel, but because his truth does not require your comfort to be worth expressing. Practice saying one true thing per conversation that you would normally edit. Not a weapon, not a wound, just a true thing. And notice what happens to the quality of attention people give you when they realize what you say is what you mean. She did not choose him because he was bad. She chose him because he was the only one in the room who was not asking her permission to exist. The good boy was asking, with every edited reaction, every performed patience, every apology for a desire he had not yet expressed, he was asking, is this version of me acceptable? And she, without knowing why, could feel the question, and the question exhausted her, because she did not want to be the person who decided whether he was allowed to be who he was. She wanted to be with someone who had already decided. The bad boy had already decided, long before she arrived, long before her opinion was available. To him, he had looked at everything. He was and decided, yes, this, all of this, is what I am bringing, and you can decide what to do with it, but I am not editing it for you. That is not a moral position. It is a psychological one, and it is available to you, not by becoming bad, but by becoming complete. Now, 3 things. 1, drop in the comments of a good boy or bad boy which have you been under, and which do you want to become? 2, share this with someone who is performing a version of themselves that was built for approval, not for truth. 3, subscribe to Ella Nara. Next week we go deeper into the shadow self, and why the parts of you you reject most harshly are the parts that are running your life. You are not too much, you are not too dark. You are not the problem, you are just not yet whole. That changes is starting now.